Hello, class. My name is Saria Widatella, and I currently live in the Washington, D.C. area, about 15 minutes out into Maryland, in a city called Bowie, Maryland, in Prince George's County. I have lived here all my life. I've only went away to complete my undergraduate degree in Pennsylvania. So I'll be talking about everything that has to do with me. Um, okay, so my educational and professional background, like I mentioned, I went to Penn State for my undergraduate career. I majored in biobehavioral health with a minor in health policy and administration. During my time at Penn State, I graduated in 2013. While I was there, I was inducted into Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, spring 2012. Um, Currently, I am in my final semester of classes at University of New England. I'll hopefully be graduating in the spring after I complete my practicum. I have professional experience with pain management. My first job out of college was at National Spine and Pain Centers, which is a pain management doctor's office. And there I was a service support technician. So I administered routine toxicology screenings for upwards of 500 patients at the headquartered office. And I also fitted patients for durable medical equipment. And then from there, I worked at Prove Biosciences, which is a genetics company. And what I did there, I was a research assistant and I entered pain management patients to, I recommended them for a clinical trial or clinical study so that reports can be generated personalized to the patients in terms of their DNA. So it will reveal whether Percocet or fentanyl or various opiates were the right fit for that patient based on their biological makeup. So I would swab them, get a saliva test going, send it back to the lab, and then we would get reports back within 2 days, and it will show us their um, level of activity that's going on when we couple their DNA with various pain medications. And then from there, the provider will either keep the patient on their treatment plan or curtail it to the results from the report. I stopped working there in May, and from there, I went back home to Sudan. My family is originally from Sudan. They are immigrants to the U.S., so I am a first generation born American. I went to Sudan for the first time in May, and there I met all of my family members for the first time from both my mom and dad's side. So I was there for a couple of months, and it was a great, humbling experience. I loved it. Definitely will be back every year. So as you can see, I love to travel. One of my other big trips overseas was in January of 2016 to Dubai. I also have family there. I actually went there last year to attend a wedding, but I was still able to sightsee and visit the infamous mosque in Abu Dhabi as well. So I do love to travel. I'm trying to keep that momentum up. I love it. A few other things that I love to do is I love to hike. Here are a few photos from a couple of trails in Maryland. Great Falls, which is like on the Maryland-Virginia border, and then Patapsco State Park, which is further up north towards Ellicott City. So love hiking. I also love going to concerts and live shows. So this is a compilation of just a few artists that I've seen over the past couple of years. I really, really love live music, and I just love the energy and the vibe that I get from going to these shows. And you probably noticed a few artists here, like Beyonce, of course. I love going to museums and events. Here we have the African American Museum here in DC. I was able to go for the first time just in August with my sorority. And then towards the right, I recently went to a live screening and music event with the National Sympathy Orchestra. And Ava DuVernay, who was the director of the movie Selma, that came out a couple years ago. And then we have Senator John Lewis there, who was depicted in the film as well. And they just had a panel discussion about the importance of music when it comes to powerful movies such as Selma and when talking about the civil rights movement. Um, I love going to interactive art galleries, especially. I took the first two photos just last Monday. That was at Arctic House. It's the Spirit of Autumn exhibit, and the leaves and those colors in the background, they actually were moving on the ground, depending on where you were, it would just move around you. And the right two is from the Hirshhorn Museum of Yayoi Kusami's Infinity Mirrors exhibit. That one was interactive as well. And then this is like my favorite art gallery. The Renwick Art Gallery had a Wonder exhibit last year, and it was just phenomenal. It was just, I loved it. I love art museums. I love, boring things like that. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed my presentation, and I look forward with working with all of you throughout the semester. Thank you.